One Punch Man chapter 145 is finally out. Now, I know I've missed a few chapter breakdowns and I've missed a few videos on, One Punch Man chapters, but I'm finally back to, making my normal videos because, if you've watched my previous videos, then you would know that I was kind of in a bit of an exam period in that time. So I took a break for about 2 weeks. So I missed like 2 or 3 chapters of One Punch Man, but I'm finally back. And, if my voice sounds a bit, tired, then I did just wake up because, I didn't know this chapter was out until like this morning, but let's just get into the video. As I was saying, this chapter pretty much starts off kind of where we left off in the last chapter, but we see that Pig God is finally with Moomin Rider and the other heroes, and Pig God pretty much explains everything to Moomin Rider about what, Tank Top Master said to him. Now we then shift back to Furra Ugly, Gums, Tatsumaki, and Tank Top Master, but Tank Top Master is actually still inside of Gums at this point in time. And we actually see that Bang and Genos come in, and Genos completely smashes Gum in his side to the point Tank Top Master comes out of the side of Gums. Now, Gums at this point looks like he's pretty much finished because Genos then proceeds to incinerate Gums from the inside, and Furra Ugly then tries to go around and smash Tank Top Master back down because, I don't know, Furra Ugly is kind of obsessed with Tank Top Master at this point in time. I don't know why, but maybe Furra Ugly just hates people that, pretends to be brave or whatever. Furra Ugly has kind of a really weird complex because he hates people that look good and he hates people that are brave. But moving on, then Bang comes in to save Tank Top Master, and he then completely redirects Furra Ugly's punch back to himself. So essentially Furra Ugly just punched himself in the face, which to be honest is kind of funny because I kind of hate Furra Ugly because he's been so annoying in this arc, especially in these last few chapters. Now at this point, Bang is then trying to basically get Tank Top Master back to life because Tank Top Master's heart has stopped beating. But then after a while, Bang then kind of hits his tank top. He kind of raises his tank top and slams it down on his chest so his heart can continue beating. And now Tank Top Master is pretty much back to life, which to be honest I'm kind of happy about, and I'm kind of not, because I was kind of happy that we finally got an S-class hero that got killed off in this arc, because I felt like it would be a little unrealistic if we saw no one die in this arc, especially the S-class heroes. But it looks like Tank Top Master is back with us, but it's not a bad thing, but at the same time it would have been a lot more realistic if he did die. But moving on, Furra Ugly then tries to come in and finish off Bang and Genos, but as Furra Ugly is about to punch Bang, Bang then redirects his punch back to Gums, and Gums got completely smashed in his face. Now at this point, Bang then just proceeds to completely destroy Furra Ugly, and as Furra Ugly is kind of he's kind of disoriented, Gums then comes in and eats Furra Ugly, which I did not expect at all. I did not expect Gums to just go ahead and eat his own comrade. But to be honest, from the ways the cadres work, I don't really think they're comrades in any way, shape or form. I just feel like they're monsters doing what they think they should be doing. And I feel like at that point in time, Gums felt like Furra Ugly was kind of a threat to him, and Gums just went ahead and ate him, which is kind of interesting because that means Gums isn't necessarily on anyone's side. Gums just wants to eat stuff, I guess, but I feel like Gums just eats things that kind of are a threat to him. Well, from what we've seen right now, that's what I can take from that. But Gums then proceeds to eat Furra Ugly, and Bang, Genos, Tank Top Master and Tatsumaki are all pretty much out of the scene at this point. Now as Genos, Bang, Tatsumaki and Tank Top Master are all headed back to where all the heroes are, we see that Gums is actually starting to kind of rip apart, and I'm pretty sure we can all tell that that person is Furra Ugly. And Furra Ugly finally breaks out of Gums, and a new cadre is pretty much born, and it's called Vomited Furra Ugly, and which is, I mean, it's not really that creative, but I guess Furra Ugly has kind of got a power up from being inside of Gums, I'm guessing, because Furra Ugly at this point looks like he's pretty much melting because one of his eyes is popped out of his eye socket, and he looks even uglier than he did before. But to be honest, that's pretty much the end of the chapter. That's pretty much what happened in the chapter, and to be honest, compared to the last chapter, this chapter is definitely a lot better. I feel like last chapter was definitely interesting. It was very high in action, but I feel like this chapter kind of showed us that yes, the S-Class heroes are still stronger than the cadres, because I don't know about you, but I got kind of annoyed whenever the cadres, I felt like the cadres got a bit too ahead of themselves because they thought they could completely decimate the S-Class heroes, but they didn't realize people like Bang and Genos were still in the vicinity. But overall, I would really rate this chapter about like an 8 out of 10. It was definitely a really good chapter. The art was really good in this chapter as always, and I feel like a lot of things are going to happen in the next chapter that might surprise a lot of you. Now, when I'm talking about the cadres, I feel like the cadres are definitely very strong monsters, but I feel like the cadres as a whole at the same time, although they're not completely comrades, they do work better as a team, because as we see here, Gums and Fur Ugly, they're both quite large monsters and they don't have very good agility or mobility, meaning they won't be able to handle, people like Bang or Genos very well, but they were able to handle people like Pig God and Tank Top Master, who are also quite big heroes, which, as we saw before, they got completely destroyed by Gums and Fur Ugly. But when Genos and Bang come into the picture, Fur Ugly and Gums seem completely helpless because they have no mobility and they aren't very fast. But overall, I feel like the cadres definitely need to work as a team to be able to beat people like Bang, Genos, Atomic Samurai, the more stronger S-Class heroes. And I feel like if the cadres are able to do that, which I doubt they're going to be able to because their teamwork is very bad, but at the same time is very good because they're all very strong monsters. But if they're able to do that, then they might have a winning chance against, the S-Class heroes and the heroes as a whole. But that's pretty much it for this video, to be honest. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if, you're new to the channel, with notifications turned on and set to all. And apart from that, I will see you in my next video.